All we're here to do is to solve problems, and you never know what that problem is going to be.
We rely on each other's knowledge base and experience to make that situation better. At the end of the day, that's what we're there for.
You know, we take pride and ownership in being good stewards of the profession.
We are people who are willing to do the hard work in places where a lot of people either won't or can't. Maybe it sounds trite, but a lot of us will say this is something that's just in our bones or it's in our blood, and I think that just really points to how we just know when we get into this profession that there's a home for us here. We just feel like we're in the right spot.
Every day I'm excited to come to work, which I have never had in a job before, and that's honest.
Every single day is going to be different. You never know exactly how it's going to be. And the best part is I get to do it with my family. I sit around that table and I look at the folks that I work with, and they have become part of my family. And I really enjoy that camaraderie, that ability that, you know, they've got my back, I've got their back. That sort of relationship is incredible.
This is a unique line of work, a career where it's physically challenging, it's mentally challenging. It's a marathon, not a sprint for sure. It's a team sport. We work as crews, we work in companies. I think people who feel a call to service, who want to help, want to contribute in some way, and are capable of performing and really thriving in those teamwork type of environments, those are the people that are really drawn to this.
I think generally people have a desire to want to help people, to be part of an organization that is sort of bigger than themselves.
I don't know, people always say that they do this job because they like the feeling of helping other people, and I think that's very true, but it's also a very satisfying feeling. I feel like every single day that I show up here at work and I get in the fire truck, I feel like I've impacted someone's life in some way, and that's significant to me. It makes me feel like I'm doing something every single day. I don't know, it's a very objectively rewarding job, that every single thing that I do does something for someone. It doesn't just go out into the void.
Yeah, there's definitely something special about this organization. The culture of our organization is a very welcoming one. We really want everybody to succeed that walks through our doors. And so when we get the new folks that come to the shift level, we really work hard to make sure that they're successful within that first year, that first 5 years in our organization. It's really a source of pride to watch those 5-year guys start to work with those 1-year guys. They continue to pass that knowledge, experience, and help to grow people.
It's a family, right? So, like, no one wants to see a family member fail. Like, we're gonna make sure that the family member succeeds. Does that make sense? So, like, if you put someone in line for success, then, and I feel like they do that here, it's pretty easy to succeed.
No person left behind, we're bringing everybody up, and as we do that, we all get better. You know, the rising tide raises all ships. The dignity and the respect and the compassion that our crews show is exceptional.
I am very proud of what I do. It's the only job that I've really been proud of what I do.
I love wearing this patch on my chest. I love telling people that I'm a firefighter in Overland Park, Kansas.
I'm absolutely proud of this organization and very proud to be part of it. I've met my best friends here, and you got me all emotional. Yeah, I can't imagine if I hadn't had the folks that I've had around me the last few years, what it would have been like. I'm proud of who we are. I'm proud of how we show up to our community. I'm proud of how we show up for each other. I've been the beneficiary of some of that showing up, and I couldn't be more proud or more grateful for the level of professionalism that we've held.
What we do on a normal basis is impressive and best in class. When you add on taking on an additional fire department, other service areas, other counties, and we still do all that, there's very few on the planet that could probably pull off what our guys pull off. So as a fire chief, I'm very proud of the accomplishments of this fire department. As a member, I'm very proud to serve alongside the men and women of the Overland Park Fire Department.
Overland Park, we work in a countywide system, but we are the biggest city. We have the most people, we have the most call load, we have the most exposure to our public. We have the high expectation to perform. We're out there on the streets more than anybody else in the county. So really what drives this department is the ability to be progressive, be inclusive, look ahead, and move forward and do the best we can for our citizens.
Overland Park Fire Station number 48.
With the recent addition of fire stations, the growth of the city, the addition of personnel, the retirement of some people with a lot of years of service and a lot of experience walking out the door, fortunately they've shared a lot, and they've brought up the next generation to carry the torch.
When you think about the merger, when you think about COVID, when you think about all of the promotions that occurred during the same time frame, that would have been, any one of those things would have been taxing on a department to happen during normal conditions. But you add the conditions of our nation and the things that we were going through as a country during that time, it's just astounding that everything went as smoothly as it did.
So as a captain, it's our responsibility to make sure that we teach the newer generation of firefighters what right looks like, how to do the right thing for the right reason at the right time. You know, we're always preparing our people through routine training, experiences, and education. That preparation never stops. We should continue to learn something every day. You know, we always want to train for the expected, but we want to educate our people for what happens unexpectedly.
It's been an exciting year. We've brought in a lot of new people from both Johnson County Fire District 2, as well as we've had a couple of big recruit classes, a lot of new officers. It has a very spring-like feel, like things are really starting to grow.
I feel like Overland Park continues to hold a really high standard for everything we do. And truth be told, we're never going to stop changing. There's always going to be some new difficulty, but I feel like Overland Park has an eye towards what's happening within the next 5, 10, 15 years, and we're aware of that, and we're trying to compensate for that, and I think we're really successful in preparing for that kind of generational swap.
Well, I think it's really a testament to the generation before us. They have taught us well, and now it's really my job to pass that on to the next generation of firefighters within our organization.
We put a lot of pressure on people that they have to have physical prowess and academic prowess and intellect to be here, but all of that really culminates with an attitude and personality that equals professionalism.
I think it's more impressive on like the fifth call at like 5 a.m., you know, and people are still, you know, patient with people and making sure that they're taken care of, making sure their family knows where they're going, and that stuff is, to me, is very touching. And I think it shows volumes about like how much they care.
We're trained, we're prepared, we're clear thinking, we're resilient, we're capable, and so we can be confident that when we show up, we'll do what's right, we'll do what's needed.
Our job is to take someone's worst moment, their bad time, and somehow try to make it better. When they don't know who else to call, they call the fire department, and that's what we're here for.